Ayo, what's up, you guys? I know I'm actually like kind of being consistent with a few of these videos. Partly is because they've been getting a lot of new stuff, and obviously you can tell by the title, this is the review for the Marvel Legends Despair. Um, this is a really interesting character. There was other things there that I almost got instead of this, but to me, I was just like, I was actually really looking forward to this figure, and to me, it was just like this would be more interesting to get. So because some of the other figures over there were Juan from the Multiverse of Madness wave. There was Mordo, um, even Sleepwalker. I think that's his name, right? Is it Sleepwalker? Yeah. There's the Astro form of Doctor Strange. There was, you know, three other figures from the No Way Home wave that I could have gotten. Uh, and there was even some of the Retro wave I could have gotten, but for some reason, I wanted this guy. And for me, it was like I saw this Marvel Legends box on top of the shelf, and I was like, let's see what it may be. Maybe it's, maybe it's a figure that we've wanted for a really long time or something, right? And then here comes the one figure I don't see among the Multiverse of Madness figures, and it's Despair, and I'm like, all right, that was actually worth it. Let's go get it. So here's the box for the Marvel's Despair, as you can see there, and you get the Marvel logo. It's all purple. I actually really like the background here. You can't see it as well on camera, but it does have like this like white like effect. And then you've just got this awesome artwork for Despair. And that's what mainly there's something on the top. I don't think. No, there isn't. That's what mainly drew me to this figure was the look. Um, there is a bigger picture of it. There's all the figures in the wave. The next figure will definitely be Juan. Then I'll probably get Sleepwalker. Not because I have a connection to Sleepwalker, but also because of the look. He just looks cool. Despair, and then here's the, bio. The embodiment of the ultimate evil. Despair uses the fear of others to strengthen himself. From my understanding, he appeared in the Cloak and Dagger show. I didn't hear anything bad about the Cloak and Dagger show, but it just wasn't as big as some of the other shows that came out around that time, which was like Daredevil and stuff like that. Um, and then obviously it's definitely beaten by most MCU shows. I maybe I don't know. I haven't seen the full series. Maybe I should, but just didn't get that into it. I watched a few episodes, just didn't get that into it. I couldn't tell you why. Ooh, that joint's a little loose, but here is Despair, looking very cool. We'll get into his accessories. He comes with two different sets of hands. One, as you saw, is the fists, and then there's these open, almost claw-like hands. If you really wanted it to be like claw-like hands, I would not blame you. And then technically this cape, but I'll just show you the cape. It's got all these like tattered holes. Just looks really cool. I understand that some people's problem with it is the fact that obviously it's a hard plastic, and so um, it makes it harder to pose sometimes. And I'm completely fine with that. But if we wanted to get the cape accurate, then they're definitely gonna have to go more towards the hard plastic because uh, just like a soft cape that had all these holes in it would not look good. But I guess we'll take a look at the body itself. The body itself is mainly just a black coated Sunfire body. Like it really does not have like any really like detail. It's nice, right? Because you don't really need that much detail with him, you know, because he's not that. He doesn't have that much decoration. But on the like kind of the wrist area here, you can see like this white that's coming out. And then the biggest thing here is obviously the face sculpt. And I think that face sculpt just makes him look so cool. And I think this is what drew me to this figure, was just a look. He just looked so cool. I didn't have that much idea about him. I know what he's kind of like. I know he's a demon. I know he's fought like Doctor Strange. I know he's fought Spider-Man. And a few other characters. And yeah, he's fought Cloak and Dagger, both in the series and in the comics, from what I understand. And he just looks really cool. Um, and I think it's gonna look great when I put him on my villain shelf. Um, but yeah, it just looks awesome. So, but yeah, I don't have much else to say. Uh, oh wait, I forgot to show something. This is an accessory, and I won't like show it off too much, but this is the leg to this Waves Build-A-Figure, which is the Marvel's Rintrah, which will be an MCU version of Rintrah. From what I understand, it's a Minotaur wizard. I don't really, I don't know the character that well, but it'll be an interesting figure to have, and I'll definitely complete this wave, and I'll definitely complete the No Way Home wave and get the Armadillo Build-A-Figure. So, but I find it kind of funny that I get a character that not only is in a Doctor Strange wave, but is also Doctor Strange villain at the same week that I get my Doctor Strange figure. So, but but yeah. So I guess we should go over articulation. With the cape on, he is very limited at the head. It also sits kind of high. I don't know why. See, there's no peg. It's held on because this area is like kind of tight and it on by the head. But it's not loose, so you can kind of get him looking up, kind of get him looking down. He can turn side to side, and there's not really a lot of tilt. But if this wasn't on there, he could look better. But the thing is it's a really hard situation because unless you attach this piece itself to the head or something, then it's gonna, it's not gonna look great. But and then he has an ab crunch that goes that far back. Well, that far forward and this far back. He's got, although you can barely see it, he's got butterfly joints. Shoulders with the cape on don't move out that much, but he's got a man. Okay, I didn't even show any of that. There's the. Okay, just in case, because I'm not sure. I was looking down, so I guess forward, back. He's got butterfly joints. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got a wrist swivel and a hinge in and out. He's got a waist swivel. His leg can kick up that far. Can kick back, basically not at all due to the cape. Got upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Calf rotation. Ankle moves down. It does indeed move up. And it has ankle pivot. So yeah, the review is not done obviously, but there's not really much to cover with this figure. I mean, like, I guess the cool thing that I will say is that on the inside of the cape, there's like this texture, and you can see it. So that's cool, but like, there's not a lot of detail to this. I mean, they could add more detail, but not. It's kind of up to them how much detail they want to give a character like Despair, who's not really well known. I guess it would be out of place if I didn't compare him to some other Marvel Legends that I have. So, oh, I guess, yeah. I'm a totally professional reviewer. His legs can kick out that far. So, the first figure I'll compare him to, just because I just grabbed a random figure, we'll compare him to Deadpool. Like, these aren't size comparisons, I'm just like showing them off next to each other. And then of course we cannot have Despair without having him next to the Sorcerer Supreme and someone that he'll probably be battling a lot. So I could easily see Despair in a Ghost Rider movie or even a Hellstrom movie. That would be pretty neat since he is a demon. if they're planning on making a show or whatever for the is it Danny Reyes? Something Reyes. It's not Danny, is it? It's not Danny. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But the one that has the Mustang instead of the motorcycle. If they decide to do a show or something for him, then maybe have Despair as the villain. That would work, I think. So. But yeah. That's really like I don't want to make this like a super short video, but that's really all I can cover, you know. Because even with Sleepwalker, I mean, Sleepwalker, there's some slightly more interesting things because there's some like interesting like paints and stuff like that. But even him, he's gonna be like a really short review because there's not much to cover. Like they're cool, but there's just not much to cover, unfortunately. You know, like let's say for like Juan, for example, or America Chavez, or you know, any really honestly any of the No Way Home figures. Because I think all of the No Way Home figures and the Wave in general had interesting characters. So, but yeah, so I guess that's it for this one. I know this is kind of short, but here you are. This is Marvel's Despair. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you'll see some more reviews soon. Hopefully for some other lines. I'm really hoping I get some hands on some Star Wars figures because I have not gotten a lot of new Star Wars like at all. Um, Certainly more Marvel Legends, but I hope we also get some Star Wars and soon. Most certainly, we will get some DC figures because there's some figures I want that are out, like a Superman and some of the new Batman movie stuff. So, but I will see you in the next one. Peace.